Good morning. Welcome to Geography 102 40193. This is a fully online course. You're not going to be doing anything else outside of the. You're not going to be. We're not going to be meeting face to face in the classroom. Everything will be happening online. Make sure that you get online. That you sign in at least once daily. That would be the suggestion. I will be checking on that, but I will try as much as possible to be involved with the course. You will hear my voice. You will see my face in many occasions. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be checking on basically daily, sometimes more than 2 or 3 times a day, to make sure that you're focused, that you're engaged in the course. Catalog description, not going to read it to you, but make sure that you fulfill the requirements to be in the class. The course description, this is what the class is about. Learning outcomes, make sure that you go through those. These are some of the things we expect you to learn in the class, as well as what some of the skills that we expect you to also get as you complete the course, and critical thinking and communication and personal action, civil and civic responsibilities, as well as global awareness. Pay attention to the textbook. This is a required textbook. The hardcover version of it is what it's a 3-hole punch loose page version that is retailing at that price. But make sure you check the e-text version that is available at a considerable lower price. You can go into that website, there's a link right here, and it will tell you how to get access to that. Of course, you can always find it in other places, online or in physical bookstores. But you may find it at a considerably lower price. You may also get the 11th edition, which is very similar, except the pages have changed. Some of the chapters have shifted. Content is basically the same. But again, you may be able to find the 11th edition at a considerably lower price than what you're paying anywhere else. If you need some support with paying for your textbook, check with the EOPS program. They have a textbook loan program. You can also find, for instance, the Veterans Program may have textbooks available for you, usually for free, in many cases for rental prices and so on. Blackboard is what we're going to be using every day. All the information is there, syllabi, the assignments, everything is posted on Blackboard. That's where you're going to be getting all the content for your course. In terms of technical requirements, there's a lot of information, a lot of support for you to make sure that you know what to do, how to access different components of Blackboard. There are full-on video guides, and you can also talk to the help desk. Talk to a live person. Usually, they are very helpful. They are available 24/7 to support you with any kind of need that you may have. So go to those links for any kind of support you may need on Blackboard. In terms of netiquette, we do have some rules about the online environment. Make sure you follow those to make sure that we have a positive experience as you go through the course online. Participate, be engaged, be helpful. Make sure that your comments are helpful rather than unhelpful, or that are not helping not just other individuals but the entire class. Be respectful of everybody's time. Make sure that you are writing in standard English before you post anything. Make sure it is legible. Make sure that you have proofread that is spelled correctly, and so on. Don't shout. Typing in all capital means that you are shouting. Please don't do it. Use emoticons sparingly. It's okay to do it once in a while. Just don't overdo it. This is an academic course. It needs to be formal. And no flaming. Let's not insult each other. Let's not get into back and forth disrespectful comments of each other. There are going to be topics here that are controversial, but it's okay to disagree. If you disagree, make sure that you disagree respectfully, constructively, and that you do it. That you inform yourself. This is what this course is about. So make sure you understand the root of all the different issues that we are presented. If you're expected to debate an issue, be respectful of the opinions that are different than yours. And perhaps you may learn from others from what they think about a particular issue. In terms of expectations, of course, misconduct, dishonest cheatings are not allowed. There's plenty of opportunities for you here to perhaps do things that are not acceptable. Everything in all the tests are basically open book, but they are supposed to be done by you, not anyone else. There are rules about that. There's ways that we can tell who is doing the work. If you are caught cheating, basically, there will be serious consequences, including dismissal. Well, the minimum it would be that you will not be passing the class. You will get an F in the course. The worst is that you could be dismissed from the college. So don't do it. Let's be honest. Let's do your work. Do what you have to do. In terms of attendance, you should be checking daily. This is just the same as any face-to-face course. If you disappear from Blackboard, I'm checking constantly your attendance. I'm keeping track of it. If I see that you're not showing up, you're not checking in and signing in into Blackboard, chances are that you may be dropped from the course, just like it is on regular face-to-face courses. Be prepared. Make sure you read the pages that are assigned. Make sure you look at the lectures. Make sure that you engage with the activities, that you do them by the deadlines. And make sure that this becomes a good experience for you, and make sure that you do what you're supposed to do to do well in the course. Tutorial services that are listed here. I'm not going to read them to you. We're not going to do really any papers in here that you require an extensive research or citations, but keep that for future endeavors. Make sure when you email me, make sure that you're very specific about what it is that you need from me. I suggest that you write your emails in the format that is listed right here. I do respond to your emails usually within 24 hours, particularly on a business week, like Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 p.m. Over the weekend, it may take me up to 48 hours to respond to your emails, but I do respond to emails on a regular basis. Any special accommodations, if you do need support for a disability or any sort of a special accommodation, make sure you tell immediately. Go to the web page, sign in, and then they will kind of communicate with me and let me know what kinds of needs you may have to be successful in the course. I'm here to support you, but I do need to know if you need any special assistance. And I suggest that if you do, that you do that today, that you contact them today, so I may be aware. It's a very quick course, 8-week course. Things are going to go real fast. I need to know as soon as possible that you are going to be needing some special assistance. Pay particular attention to the ad drop information. All of those deadlines are pretty much non-negotiable. It's very difficult to change from a W to a regular drop. If you don't follow the deadlines, there's not much I can do to change whatever changes you're wanting. If you don't do your part, I can do them on my side. Here's basically how the grading is going to go. I'm going to explain the assignments in detail in a minute here. But you basically are striving to have 1,000 points If you get if you hit 900 points and above, you're gonna get an A, and so on. 800 points to 890, and 99 is gonna be a B, and so on. And again, here's a listing of the total points that you'll be expected to earn in this class. First of all, there are going to be 4 map quizzes. Each is 25 points for a total of 100 points. I usually will give you a study guide for those map quizzes. They're typically multiple choices. I'll give you some maps, and you will be matching the location with a particular place. They are, again, pretty much open book, so they will be given a certain amount of time for you to complete them. There's also all kinds of online information for you to look at where those places are at. So, but make sure that you do them. Make sure that you get them done. Otherwise, you may lose those points. There will be 3 exams, that typical multiple choice exams that are cumulative. Usually, they cover the material from the specific chapters that they're indicated. So again, each one will be 100 points for a total of 300 for the 3 exams that we'll be having in class. The participation basically is in a form of what I call news discussions. So we checking out, posting some news articles, and we'll also have some special topic discussions. But let's look at each one individually. The cultural geography in the news, don't get them confused. There are 2 different type of discussion. For the cultural geography in the news, I'll be posting some articles that relate to cultural geography, articles that you find in the news. Your task would be to respond to read one of those articles and then post a paragraph, minimum of 1 paragraph, 5 to 6 sentences, discussing the topic. On each of the news discussions, there are guidelines that tell you how to complete them. Each one of those is 50 points. 4 of those, it will be 200 points. Don't confuse them again with this cultural geography topic discussions. These are specific topics that come from the topics that we discussed in the class, like ethnicity, political geography, and so on. And you'll be asked some very specific questions, in some cases debates, that ask you to debate, to discuss a particular topic in cultural geography. You're going to be posting it, and you're also going to be expected to comment on some of your classmates' postings. There will also be reflections. These are more involved, more engaged type of writing exercises. We are to be getting material directly from your textbook, from the lectures, and being very specific about a particular topic related to cultural geography. There's 4 of those, 4 of those again. There are 250 points each again, 200 points for 4 of those. Anyway, here is the tentative schedule. And I mean tentative because things tend to change, although probably will not change as much in this online course. Be very specific about, make sure that you read what is expected of you every week. Like I say, because of these really fast-paced 8-week course, things are due practically every week. And so I'm giving you the deadlines of when things are due. In some cases, there will be specific places where you submit your assignments, and they will be indicated to you. Pay particular attention to the readings and to the lectures that are listed for each of the chapters. So typically, when you go into the learning modules on Blackboard, you'll find, let's say, for chapter 1, they'll tell you the pages where you are expected to read. And then typically, the lectures are going to be accompanied by a short video, a brief video that walks you through the course. And so that's going to be the case for every course. There's also study guides for each of the courses, for each of the chapters that tell you what's expected of you. Those will be helpful for you when you prepare for your exams. Pay attention to the deadlines. In many cases, if you don't submit the assignment by the deadline, you are likely to lose points. Again, any questions, please make sure and contact me. Everything is listed for you here. I'll be sending announcements every week. And